Hey friends, welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. So today we're going to be doing another yes or no tarot reading. This is going to be answering your yes or no question. So come up with a question that you need an answer to, and this reading will give you the answer to that question in either a yes or a no or a maybe. So we have three different methods for generating a yes or a no. We've got the pendulum, we've got the coin, and we've got the die. And then the cards will give us a better picture of what's going on. So you'll either get a triple yes, triple no, or a maybe leaning in one direction or the other. And then the cards will kind of further explain what's going on. So take a look at these piles now. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. Once again, that's pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to give you a little bit to take a look at these cards. Feel free to pause this video to get yourself some extra time. And then down in the description section of this video, you will find a link to your reading. So I will see you in your reading, and thank you so much. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be your reading answering what is the answer to your yes or no question. So maybe you know how this works. I just explained in the intro, but we'll be doing three different methods. We'll do the pendulum, the die, and the coin to kind of get a yes, no, or maybe. And then the cards will give us a better understanding of what's going on. So first, we need to triangulate the pendulum just to make sure that it's working all right. So did I just rearrange my whole space? Yes, I did, and I really love how the energy is flowing right now. Am I wearing purple pants? No, I am not. Correct. Am I facing my door? No, I am not. Is my hair my natural color right now? Yes, it is. I cut it recently, and now it is my natural color for the first time in a long time. Okay, what is the answer to pile number 1's question? Okay, pile number 1, I'm feeling a yes from the pendulum. So we've got one yes. We'll do the die next. Even is yes, odds is no. You got a 7, so that's 1 no. 1 yes, 1 no. And then we'll do the coin. Heads are yes, tails are no. And we got a tails. So you got 2 no's and 1 yes. So this is a maybe leaning no. So for whatever reason, whatever your question you're asking, the likelihood is leaning in a no direction. That doesn't mean that it's 100%. And in fact, because we had 1 yes, there's still a maybe in this category. So we'll look at the cards to kind of get a better understanding of what that maybe is coming from. But we're having a maybe leaning no right now. So first up, we have a card from the Smith-Waite deck, and it is balance. And you know what, it was in reverse. I don't normally read reversals, but it just, I feel like I need to with that one, so we will. Balance in reverse. So whatever you're asking about, it's an unbalanced situation. I feel that from this, and so that's why it's in a no direction, because it's like whatever it is it's the energy of it isn't right now. So with it being maybe, it's like, I feel like this is one of those situations where, you know, you can turn this around, or you can turn it into a yes if you needed to, right? But that's going to take rebalancing your situation. Something about what you're asking about is a little bit off in the energy. And so it's like, you know, if you're trying to make something happen, you know, maybe it's like this isn't the right timing, or like you're trying too hard kind of a thing, or it's like, you know, something about the situation isn't right now, and so that would need to change. There's something about the situation that would need to change in order for it to become a yes. So it's like, it's not that yes, it's impossible. It's just that as things are moving right now, the trajectory of things moving, it's in a no direction, and it would take some work to flip that around. Your next card is the Justice card, yeah, which is another balance. Yeah, so this is leaning right into that as well. So ask yourself about the duality of the situation as well, you know, with this black and white. Like, are you stuck in a black and white thinking? You know, I know this is a yes or no question, but maybe there's more nuance in it, and that's why you're also getting a maybe, you know, because it's like, maybe there is no direct yes or direct no possible from the situation. And so you're getting this sort of conflicted energy coming in here with a balance and an unbalanced force, you know? So it's like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, this is a really general reading, so you can be asking about anything right now, but what you're asking about is not in the ability to like fully answer for some reason. Like, it feels to me like it's one of those situations that has more nuance than what you're allowing for it in this, you know. Like, maybe it's a no but also a yes, you know. Like, there's aspects of it that are absolutely not going to happen, but not in the way that you would expect. And in fact, some parts of it will, you know, there's like a little bit of a yes chance in there. So it's like some parts of this question are right, you know. It's like you're on the right track by asking this question, but you're not fully seeing the bigger picture in it. Let's keep going. We've got the Universal Weight deck. We've got the Three of Swords. Okay, so that's like the heartbreak card. So, you know, some of you are probably asking about, you know, some kind of relationship stuff. Obviously not everybody. You know, if you are asking about that, you know, with that heartbreak there and it being a no, a leaning no, it's sort of like, you know, maybe this isn't the right time to be looking for a relationship with someone, or, you know, you can interpret it in that direction if you're asking about that. Obviously not everyone's going to be asking about relationships in this. You know, with that Three of Swords energy as well, I'm getting this picture of like, you know, to turn this into a yes, it's going to take rebalancing yourself, you know. And with the heartbreak there, it's like there's some heart chakra stuff going on in this reading for everybody. So whoever you are, like, you know, are you asking your heart this question right now as you're asking me this, or is this coming from your mind, you know? Like, is this question coming from deep worry, or is this coming from, I need to get a clearer picture of myself and my heart? And ask yourself that, you know, really ask yourself, like, well, what does my heart want in the situation here? And like, you know, maybe this is one of those things where it's like, if you wanted a yes and you're getting a leaning no, like maybe it's like following this direction is not what you actually want, you know, it's not what your heart wants. And if you were to follow this, it might actually make you unhappy, and make you really depressed in a way that isn't, you know, conducive to you being a healthy individual. And so, you know, that could be a part of this. Next up, we have a card from the 1JJ Swiss deck, and it's the Five of Pentacles. Okay, let me just think about that one. The Five of Pentacles is like, it's another balance card. It's like a give and a take. So it's like, yeah, so there's a huge amount of give and take in this. Asking for help. So, you know, maybe coming and getting a second opinion from somebody could be really helpful. Like, if you have a question about something, obviously you're asking a question in this, but like, you know, maybe going out and getting somebody else's opinion, somebody else's perspective on the issue will help you see things in a different way that might give you more clarity. You know, and talking this out with somebody might actually really help you in whatever is going on. I feel that from that Five of Pentacles, but it's also asking you to be balanced. You have, out of these four cards, there's three cards that talk about balance. You got the three balance cards of the tarot, all in this from different decks. So that really means something as well, you know, like you are kind of off balance with that Two of Pentacles in reverse. I feel that. And so it's like, you know, in order to get yourself, like, you can put yourself on the yes track if that's what you really want, but it's going to take some dedication to rebalancing yourself, and particularly your heart chakra, really getting back into, you know, connecting into what your heart wants, connecting into what what brings you joy and love and happiness in this world, and using that as your compass moving forward, and not you know, other perspectives, not somebody else's opinion, not what you feel like you're supposed to be doing, any of that kind of thing. So the final card that you have here for this reading, it comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and it is the Ancient Wisdom. So I'm going to read from the book from that to give you some more understanding, and this card will help you kind of get a different perspective on what I've been saying, most likely. But nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any excessive noise in your head. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit, even though there's one swords card, the Three of Swords, but then there's a sword here on the Justice card too. So I'm feeling some air energy here. I feel like you're kind of stuck in your head about this situation, like I was saying, and it's really asking you to come back into your heart. And one of the best ways to do that, to get out of your head, is, like it's saying, to go out into nature. You know, go and take a nature walk, go and clear your head in the woods, and maybe you'll get a different perspective. Let me keep reading. In nature, all the secrets of the universe are held, from the fiercest energy of a raging sea in a storm to the nurturing and loving energy of 100-year-old grove of trees. Get out in nature and listen to what she has to tell you. There is much to learn from nature. Trees just want to be trees. They are not trying to be boulders. Deers are just deer. They accept that. Wolves are wolves. They know no other way. They do not try to get an extreme makeover to become a bear. The energy vibration can be so different than the human experience. It is pure joy. It is pure love, non-judgment, and acceptance. When you tap into the ancient wisdom of the natural world, you find peace within yourself. You get to know thyself. By drawing this card, you are being asked to come to peace with who you are and what you have to offer the situation. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you there, pile number one. I hope that was helpful and resonates with your question and gives you some more clarity. Please feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of the reading either way. I love hearing from everybody. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. We are slowly growing more and more, and it's really exciting. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're in the 800s right now, I'm going to be doing an extra giveaway with probably a free reading. I'm going to be giving away some obsidian that I collected in Oregon, and probably some more fun swag for people. So definitely tune in and subscribe. Once we get to that, it's going to be pretty great. If you'd like a private reading with me, I can get way more in depth about your current situation and give you, a much clearer perspective on things than these readings I can give you, because they're general readings. So you can find information on my website at junodrome.com. Anyway, pile number one, I'm going to leave you there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. See ya. Hi there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading for what is the answer to your yes or no question. So we have 3 different ways of generating a yes or a no. I've got the pendulum, I've got a coin, and I've got the die. So we're going to get you yes, no, or maybe, and then we'll get a much clearer perspective on what's going on with the cards. So first I just need to triangulate this pendulum to make sure we're working all right. So first off, am I sitting at the window right now? Yes, I am. Am I wearing a sweatshirt? I am, and it's very comfy. Am I wearing shoes? Nope, I have socks on right now. And is there an easel next to me right now? Yes, that's moving into a yes. There is an easel next to me. Okay, pendulum, what is the answer to pile number two's question? Yep, it's a yes. Okay, pendulum says yes. Let's look at the coin. Heads or tails, yes or no. Heads or tails, yes or no. Heads. All right, so you got 2 yeses right now. So we're leaning yes. The die, even number is yes, odd number is no. 3. Okay, so you've got maybe leaning yes. So signs right now are pointing to yes, but for whatever reason, we're not in a triple absolutely. So let's look at the cards to get a better picture. We are leaning in a yes-word direction. First card comes from the Universal Weight deck. No, sorry, this is the Smith Weight deck. And it is the Ace of Wands. In the last reading, I read a reversal card, but I'm not feeling it for this card. So I'm going to stick to my normal situation where I don't read reversals unless it feels like I need to. But anyway, with this, we've got the Ace of Wands. So, you know, whatever you're asking about here, it's leaning yes. It's like whatever you're asking is giving you, like, the direction of this question is bringing you towards a reawakening of your own inspiration. I'm feeling from this card, you know, the Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning towards following your passions and your dreams and your desires, like the things in life that really light you up. I feel like you are reconnecting to the parts of yourself that are really sparking your creative interests, and you're ready to jump out in towards bringing in those creative processes to you. So I feel this like deeply creative energy coming in with this. Let's keep looking. So I don't know what you're asking about, but, you know, especially like if you're asking about a project or, you know, a new business venture or a new, you know, whatever's really lighting you up, you know, artistic thing, any of that, like this is a really fortunate card to come in and say, like, yes, this new beginning towards this is really possible for you, and you're being encouraged to really jump in that direction. With the Wild Unknown Tarot, we've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, right? And look at, we've got the butterfly symbolism here. So butterflies are all about transformation. You know, they start out in life as a caterpillar, and then they have to go into this cocoon period for a long time, into their chrysalis. And I mean, what it does is it literally dissolves into this goo, you know, this cellular soup, and then stitches its entire body back together to become a butterfly. So like that's kind of the metaphor for you, is like you're ready to hatch out of that chrysalis period and really jump forth in towards your creative spark. You know, it's here for you. That period is now possible for you, and you're walking in that direction. So, you know, whatever you were asking about, you know, with it being a leaning yes, now remember, it's a maybe, so you don't have everything, not everything is set in stone right now, which I think is important to remember. So whatever you're asking about, it's not set in stone, but all of the forces are there. So if you have to be the one to grab this wand here as it's coming out to you and harness that energy and move you in that direction. But if you're willing to do that, all of the cards are lining up for that for you. We've got the Page of Cups, so you also have a new beginning here. You know, the pages are kind of the student of the royal cards, so they're just learning in their respective suit. So they're kind of beginning cards as well. But this is in the cups, which is all about your, you know, your happiness, your emotions, your emotional body, the things in life that make you truly happy in life. So you have the opportunity not only to follow with the Ace of Wands here, your, you know, your deep passions, but also your own happiness. There's a new opening towards your happiness here, and that might be the key towards moving in this direction, because it is a maybe. Like, in order to really find this Ace of Wands, like it's coming out of no, like it's going to be pretty obvious, but if you need help figuring it out, you know, the Cups is coming in to let you know that it's like your heart is going to tell you the right direction. So tune into what you know in your heart will make you the happiest, what you feel you need to follow to be happy. That's going to be what really brings it home for you. So your final tarot card here comes from the 1JJ Swiss deck, and it's the Jupiter card, which is the Hierophant in most decks. And so with it being that, like, that can talk about tradition, that can talk about, you know, like the kind of knowledge that's handed down from generation to generation. They can talk about like ancestral stuff. So like, you know, maybe this is a talent or something that runs in your family, right? And that's kind of what you're asking about. Like maybe there is there is help or inspiration or ideas that can be found in your own family tree that might be worth taking a look at that can help you answer this question more as well. You know, maybe there's some inspiration or some guidance or something that comes from the wisdom that's been handed down to you that can be helpful. You know, I think we all have the ability in life, and we have to strike this balance of taking the things that come from the past that work well and bringing those forward, but then also letting go of the things from the past that no longer work and taking on our own idea. So that could be a part of this as well, as like maybe there are some things that are, you know, that you gained, you know, oh, this is how I have to do things, this is how things have to be. Maybe there's some of those supposed to's and have to's that you gained from growing up that you can actually let go of that might help you in this situation as well. So it's just stuff to think about. But you're definitely in that maybe leaning yes category, and I hope that that helps. Your final card comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and I'll probably read from the book from that. But you got New Day. Yeah, so, you know, that connects in with that Hierophant too. I think that this is a new perspective too. So, you know, don't feel like you have to follow everything that your family wants from you either, you know? So I feel that for you. Like, this is a new day for you. This is a new perspective. You have all these new beginning cards coming out as well. So it's sort of like, you know, don't be afraid to break the mold and do something brand new. Bring in something into the world that hasn't existed before. Come up with an idea that just hasn't been, and really kind of flow through that for yourself. So let's read from the book. A new day enables us to see in a brand new light. We can see more clearly once the shadows of fear and doubt are brushed away by the light of creation. Once the initial shock of discovering the duality in a situation has worn off, you can find comfort that there truly is no bad or good, it just is. When this is realized, the possibilities for the outcome of a situation become endless. This card also advises to wait. Everything regarding the situation has yet to unfold. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, definitely allow yourself to think in a new perspective with this situation. You've got something new coming in here. So whatever you're asking about, with it being a maybe leaning yes, you know, take the new inspiration, take the new day, take the new dawning. Like, don't let the past hold you back in this avenue, and really, you know, take the idea to wherever you need it to go in this new direction for yourself. So anyway, pile number 2, that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. I hope that it gave you what you needed here. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know either way. I really do love hearing from everybody. If you would like a private reading from me, I can get way more in depth about what you're asking about, and help you answer your questions with specifics. So check out my readings on my website at junodrome.com. And yeah, I've got a new Instagram at Junodrome Tarot. Please feel free to subscribe to that. I've been doing little, you know, sharing content there that I don't do on the channel, like some cards of the day and all sorts of things. So I'm exploring that more. So if you want to join me there, feel free. And anyway, pile number 2, I will see you later. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be, what is the answer to your yes or no question? We've got 3 different methods for generating a yes or a no. We're starting with the pendulum here, and we're just going to triangulate this pendulum to make sure that it's working. So am I currently wearing shoes? No, I am not. It moved into a no. Is there a window in front of me? Yes, there is. And are there stones near me? Yes. And finally, what is the answer to pile number 3's question? Okay, pile number 3, the pendulum is saying no. So you've got 1 no so far. Let us keep looking. Next up, we've got the coin here. So we're going to say heads for yes, tails for no. You got a heads, so you've got one no, one yes, so we're in the maybe category. Let's see which way it's leaning with this die here. Even is yes, odd is no. Odd, so no. So you've got two no's and one yes, so we are in a maybe leaning no territory. So what that means is that, you know, there's definitely a potential that whatever you're asking about is the case, but we're definitely in a no direction. So most likely outcome so far for your question is a no, but for whatever reason it's not a total no. There's still some leeway here. So let's take a look and see why that would be. We got the tower. Okay, wow. So yeah, right off the bat, that's some heavy imagery there. This comes from the Smith-Waite deck. It's my favorite of the Rider-Waite decks. But anyway, you know, the tower comes in to let us know that, you know, it tends to be when there's a situation that's built on sand, the tower gets knocked over by this lightning coming in. It's you know, and it can be kind of scary sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. It's just tends to be a pretty intense experience. You know, but it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be. There are two major change cards in the tarot. There is the Tower and the Death card. The Tower is that card that's all about like an external change. It's kind of like, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, bam, something happened, like a tsunami, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, it's out of nowhere, but at the same time, as much as it seems to be out of nowhere, it actually, there's a large buildup, right? It's knocking down this tower that was built on a foundation that wasn't strong, so it's sort of an opportunity for you to rebuild. So I'm not entirely sure what you were asking about, you know, but for whatever your yes or no question was, with it being this leaning no, like the reason why it's not going to work out is because there's this foundation that isn't quite built up. So let's keep looking. We'll put that one aside for now. Next card comes from the Universal Weight deck, and you've got the Two of Cups. So this could be talking about another person, or it could be talking about yourself. It's sort of this connection inward into yourself, right? So it's like, the reason why this is a no, you know, like you could still, with it being a maybe, it's like there's a leeway enough that you could turn this situation into a yes. So depending on which one you want, whether you want yes, you want no. If you really want a yes out of this situation, I think, you know, it would take really connecting into your heart. The Two of Cups to me it tends to be kind of this connecting into your own heart center and uniting the opposing forces that exist of yourself, you know, the opposing forces of yourself, uniting those things. And, you know, especially with this tower knocking down, it's like, I know for me, my biggest tower moments they all came in when I had built up a lot of things that I thought in my own life I was supposed to have, or, you know, it was all of those social supposed to things, you know, and I built this whole big, I mean, just real talk for my own personal life. I built up this whole big persona and this whole big, like, way I thought I had to act in the world for people to like me. And I went through, you know, a dark night of the soul period, like a really intense depression, like knock yourself down as far as you can go in the blackest hole possible, moment for myself, because I realized that I had been living a lie, you know, I'd been living a false self. It was a self I had built, you know, to show to the world, but on the inside I was kind of hollow and stuff. And so, you know, I don't necessarily, these yes or no readings are very open, they're very general. So, it doesn't have to be anything quite that intense, you know, but it's like you tried to build something up and it wasn't based on your own heart, right? It's like it wasn't what was going to make you happy, and that's why you've got this tower knocking down. We've got the Daughter of Pentacles, and let's just see, we've also got the Page of Cups, which is both of these are page cards. So you've got the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. So it's like this tower had to come. It either happened in your past, it's happening now, or it's about to happen in your future. Each person's different because this is a general reading, but something had to get swept away in your life in order for you to reconnect to your heart center, like I was talking about. And now you have this new beginning coming in. It's going to bring you happiness and material stability, you know, with the cups and the pentacles here. Now the pages are all, they're the pages are new beginning cards. Yeah, they're also like the student, right? So it's like, don't be afraid to be at the beginning. You know, maybe you felt the need to feel like you were more advanced along this path than maybe you actually are. But now being back at square one, it's like it's putting you in the position where you actually have the ability to truly build happiness for yourself, to truly build abundance for yourself that isn't built on some kind of false premise, some kind of false understanding, some kind of false identity. It's actually built on truth. It's built on you, you know, the real you in your own heart, uniting all parts of yourself. So we're going to end this reading here with a card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and it's just stripping illusions, which is exactly what this is talking about. I'm going to grab the book. I left it across the room. So I'd like to read from the book for this card because the descriptions in this are so beautiful. The lotus flower is a funny plant. It flourishes in the muck and the mud. Apparently, in spite of the muck of its birth, beautiful petals open up, layer after layer, revealing more and more of its inner beauty. You are being called to strip away illusion after illusion from your life. You are being asked to enable your true essence to shine through. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was talking about, right? Where I feel like whatever you were asking about, it has something to do with building up some false persona, some false illusory, you know, like on the inside you're feeling one way, but on the outside you're trying to project something else. Like, this is knocking that away to say, no, like that's not going to work for you. Building your life that way is only going to lead to pain. It's time to rebuild from your heart. And then you know, if you rebuild the inside, and I got a horn outside for confirmation, when you rebuild your heart from the inside first, then that will project out into the outer world. You won't have to worry so much about how you're being seen, because you're going to be living from a place of true authenticity. It won't matter how people see you. You know, the right people will see you in the way that you need to be seen. The people who aren't right for you. They might see you in a negative light, but that doesn't matter, you know, because you know who you are. You know what you want. And when you build it from your heart, then you won't have to worry so much about that. So let me continue to read this. You are being called to strip away illusion after illusion from your life. You are being asked to enable your true essence to shine through. Allow layer after layer of false beliefs, cluttered thinking, unfulfilling relationships, chaotic environments to go by the wayside to reveal the perfect essence of your core self. This process is challenging at best. We tend to hold on to the illusions we have created, thinking they keep us safe. All they really do is blind us to our true beauty and potential. This is exactly what I've been talking about. This card is calling you to look your truth in the face and not let the illusions cloud your view of the true beauty of yourself and of others. Okay, so pile number 3, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was insightful into your question and that it helped answer. Remember, you had a leaning no, could make it yes, but in order for this to become a yes, if that's what you wanted, you know, it's going to take really stripping away all of these illusions, really asking yourself, you know, whatever the question you were asking about, right? Like, ask yourself, well, why do I even need to know this answer, right? I think that this might be one of those kinds of questions for you. Like, well, why am I so desperate for an answer here? Why do I really need to know? And you know, is this even right for me? You know, am I asking about something I think that I want, but in reality, you know, maybe I don't actually even want that thing. You know, I see this potentially being one of those kinds of situations. So anyway, pile number 3, let me know in the comments what you think either way. I love hearing from everybody. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to be doing massive giveaways when we reach 1,000. I think I'm going to be giving away a free reading, some obsidian, and maybe some more gifts as well. So tune in for that. If you would like a private reading with me, I can get way more in depth about your situation and get you more clear answers besides just these cards here for the general readings. You can find all of my information on my website at junodrome.com. There is a new Instagram where I'm posting little daily messages and little fun stuff there, so you can find that at Junodrome Tarot. And yeah, anyway, catch you later. See ya. Hi there, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading for what is the answer to your yes or no question. I've got 3 methods for generating a yes or a no, and then we will dive straight into the reading. First, I just have to triangulate this pendulum to make sure that it's working accurately. So the first question is, am I wearing shoes right now? No, I am not. Took a minute, but correct. Is there a window in front of me? Yes, there is. Slow moving, but accurate. Is my bed to my left? Yes, yes it is. Am I on the planet Jupiter? No, I am not. That might be neat though. Okay, what is the answer to pile number 4's question? Interesting energy. It's a no, but it's been very slow. You know, it's a very slow moving, slight, almost timid energy. It was a no, but take that as what it means. I'm feeling that sort of, you know, like no. So I don't know. Take that for what it means. We'll get further into the reading and see. It's not total no yet. We still have 2 different methods. So the die even is yes, odd is no. All right, 1. So we got 2 no's. So it's a no. Let's see if it's a maybe no or just a straight up no. The coin, heads is yes, tails is no. And it's a tails. Okay, so yeah, pile number 4. You got a triple no. Okay, this is some interesting energy too. I'm feeling it. It's almost like you know, I feel a sadness. I feel a sadness in this pile's energy, and I feel like a sort of dejectedness. So I just want you to know that if you are going through a rough time, you know, and if you are suffering from depression, I want you to know that you're not alone in that. You know, and obviously this is a general reading, so not everybody's going to feel that. But if you're feeling like you're in a really difficult situation, you know, I just want you to know that, you know, that there are resources available for you. You know, if you need to reach out to somebody, you know, we've got plenty of incredible, wonderful readers on this YouTube community that you can reach out to. You can reach out to me. I've got my own private readings I do, but many others do as well. So if you feel more comfortable in the tarot sphere, and also I just want to remind you too that there are counselors out there who are wonderful, beautiful, wonderful people who can walk you through things, who are trained to do that. And yeah, there's resources available. So just as an aside, obviously that's only going to be for a few people here, and I don't expect everybody in this huge general reading to need that, but I just want to remind you that those resources are there for you. If you need to talk to somebody, you are not alone on this planet. You are not alone in these feelings. I've been there myself personally. I've been about as low as you can get, incredibly chronically depressed, hard to get out of bed. I've been in that period in my own life. So I just want you to know that. Let's take a look at the cards and see. Okay, interesting. This is a very hopeful card. So, you know, you've got the Three of Wands here. So I don't know what you're asking about. It's a triple no, but you know, there is a future for you. You know, I think that's the biggest message that you need to hear right now. You know, especially like I just feel an energy, a heavy energy of depression in this. I just feel it. You know, and so like I said, if this isn't resonating with you, you might just have clicked the wrong pile. That's totally fine. It happens. So, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. But if this is you, you know, I want you to know that you have a future in this lifetime, in this planet, on this earth plane. You have a future, friend. With the Three of Wands is all about that. It's your ships are coming in, or you're ready to sail off into the sunset, right? So maybe you know, you're asking if you're like I don't know what you were asking about. Whatever you're asking about is a no, but it could be one of those situations where it's like no, because you need to be doing something else, you know? Like, yeah, you got a no here. Yeah, you might be depressed about it. Yeah, you might be in depression, but you have a future somewhere. And it might be something like you need to go, and I got a sign from my guides. Wow. And I think this is the case for you. I'm feeling it intuitively. You need to get out of wherever you are, right? And not in like a, oh my God, get out of there, like horror movie kind of a thing, but like no, you need to leave behind like the place that you are, you know, be it where you're living, be it like the city you're in, you know, and I feel a little bit more of that. I'm getting more hint of that, you know, like maybe it's time to move cities, you know, maybe it's time to meet new people. Maybe it's time to join a new friend group. Maybe it's time to leave behind a lot of things. And you never know, like it could be the circle that you've surrounded yourself with that is actually bringing you down. It could be the people you've surrounded yourself with who are causing this depression. You know, like where is your energy going? Where are you giving your energy to? Where are you giving your power to? Maybe you're giving it to people and situations and things that are not serving you. And in fact, your future may lie somewhere else. Let's take a look. Next up, we have from the Universal Weight deck. This was the Smith Weight, Universal Weight here. We've got the Temperance. Okay, so right away too with this, you know, first off, I'm getting an angel here. So, you know, I don't know how spiritual of a person you are, but, you know, and obviously like you don't have to believe in angels, but the archangels are actually really powerful non-physical energies that you can tune into. And I'm getting more flashes from my guys, like, yeah, no, point them in this direction. So like, you know, some people find angels hokey, you know, like I used to roll in esoteric circles, who used to really scoff at the idea of angels and angelic stuff and any kind of, you know, love and light kind of a thing, because like, I don't know, because it's like, I don't know why it's frowned upon. It's just stupid. But I understand that that's the outlook a lot of people have, you know, it's like, no, we need to work with demons and stuff. And, you know, like, the main difference between angels and demons is non-physical entities. If you want to believe in entities and work with them, and I've worked with entities before in all sorts of directions. The main difference between angelic entities and demonic entities, both are fine to work with, like free will. You work with whoever you want. The thing about demonic energies is like they're more, you know, they exist to self-serve. They serve themselves. Which is fine, you know, like to each his own. But a lot of times, like, they don't really care about you one way or the other. You are a means to an end for demonic energy, right? And so, like, if you work with them, you know, you're probably going to end up feeling like crap because they're going to be, you know, hijacking your energy field to do what they want, you know. To get what they want out of it. And so, yeah, you might get what you want on a superficial level, but at the end of the day, you're going to feel really terrible, right? That's the demonic side of things. Angelic energies, right, especially the archangels in particular, like, I don't necessarily think, you know, the thing about entities is like, they're kind of like thought forms, you know, and the thing about thought forms in esoteric circles, I'm just getting, I don't know why, I feel like some people watching this, and I know it's a super general reading, but like somebody watching this in particular has gone through a very similar journey as I have. So you're going to really identify with a lot of this. But, you know, a thought form is basically, it's a spiritual or non-physical entity that it comes into existence based on the thoughts of people, right? Our thoughts are incredibly powerful and they create. I mean, just think about like everything that exists in this planet in the physical that is not grown from nature itself. Any human-made thing existed first as an idea, right? And then it was manifested into existence by a person who went out and made it, right? But they had to imagine that thing first. And so a thought form is that it's a living imagination, right? It's a being that exists only in the thought space. And so, you know, the demons exist to serve themselves, which is fine, right? Like I said, to each his own, like fine. But like you don't have to worry about demons if you have, you know, we as human beings are more powerful than any thought form. And so that's more important to know. You know, you can put up boundaries with anyone and anything, physical or non-physical. Like totally you can put up as many boundaries with that energy as possible and never really have to worry about it again. So just putting that as an aside. But with angelic energy, the main difference is that this energy exists solely to help sentient beings. That is their mission, you know, and it's a spiritual mission. They exist as all entities, physical and non-physical, are extensions of Source. The difference is with the demonic energies in particular, you know, and with a lot of people too, you know, especially like people who are really nihilistic and just people who are really down and out, you know, and like I said, you might be that right now, and that's totally fine. You know, that's a state that we all enter into. I've been in pretty bleak places myself. The thing about it is it's like we lose track of how connected to Source we actually are. And because we live in a free will plane, the earth is a free will plane. What that means is that we have action, like we can make whatever choices we want here. And in fact, that's the point of being here, is to make choices and decisions and move in whatever direction we feel we need to, you know, and sometimes that moves us closer to Source, and sometimes that moves us further away from Source. And, you know, there are a lot of entities out there who are incredibly far away, but the angelic entities are incredibly close to Source. And so they act as a prism for us. You know, like I said, they are thought forms, so they exist on the non-physical, and, you know, they won't ever try to, you know, nobody can break your free will, but you can give permission to an entity to enter into your energy, to enter into your space, to enter into your ability to move, you know, to move around your life. And that's where the difference between, you know, which entities you're working with, you know, you do need to be choosy in this. There are plenty of entities though, you know, and this is, you can feel this in your own heart, you know, like you can feel the difference between angelic entities and demonic entities. So, you know, when you learn how to feel the difference, like it becomes very obvious. But the difference here is that, like, I'm going on a huge tangent about angelic energy here, but just a long story short, you know, the archangels are there to help you, and you might want to work with the archangel Raphael. I'm feeling that in particular for you. The archangel Raphael is an energy and a being that exists to heal. They are the healing archangel, and they work really well at healing emotional energy. And you see the water going between the cups here. I'm feeling in particular, you know, that the cups are all about the emotions, and so it's like rebalancing your emotions. I think that if you wanted to, you could reach out to the archangel Raphael, and they would help you a lot in healing all of the, you know, your heart center, your heart space, all of this stuff. I'm going to keep going here. Oh, we only had 3 tarot for you. Okay, interesting. Your final tarot is comes from the 1JJ Swiss deck. One of my favorite decks, too. Yeah, you only have 3. Okay, interesting. And it's the moon. Okay, yeah, so it's like things are really hidden for you right now, and I feel that, you know, and you might feel really dark and really lost, you know, and in kind of a night a dark night of the soul. This could be your dark night of the soul period. Like I said, I've been through one of those myself, and it's not easy. But the moon is also coming in. Look at, there's music happening here. So there's movement. Temperance is here. The other thing about temperance is it's this card of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? So there's a perspective shift that could happen for you that could really help. So reach out to, the other thing too about entities is, one thing I realized that I've learned, and I now know intimately from my own personal experience, but I didn't know before when I was just trying to work. I was really into chaos magic for a long time, and so I was really trying to work with magic and entities, but I didn't really have any conception of anything. And now that I had a huge spiritual awakening that happened after me really going through my own dark period, I really learned about how we all have spirit guides. We all have a spirit team, a team in the non-physical that is, there to help us. They are entities who are, many different kinds of entities. They could be, spirits of people who have passed. They could be people you knew in previous lives. They could be just people who are going along on their own. Sometimes they're people who, are trying to work through their own karma, and so they spend a time in the non-physical attached to somebody else's lifetime, giving them guidance to try to help their own karma situation. So there's plenty of different entities and stuff out there who are working with you, but you might want to just legit ask your own guides for help. Just ask them for help, and they could help you. And so it's like the moon shines a pathway forward at nighttime. Even though it's dark and we don't see everything forward, the moon will illuminate a path forward. So at least the next few steps. You might not know everything moving forward. And I think that that's what's going to help you move out of this. Like I said, there is a huge energy of moving. I feel like it's time for you to move. Time for you to move away from people, situations, places, change towns. There we go, another horn as I said it. Yeah, I think for most people, take it with as it resonates, but I think you need to move cities, like move to a different place. So like that might be the case. You might not know everything moving forward, but you'll at least get a few steps for moving forward. So finally, we have a card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. I'm going to read from the book from it because I did that for all the others. Sacred Space. Okay, yeah. So, you might have you might be in a hard place and be in a difficult situation and not really know how to move forward, but like you could at least create a place of peace in your own home. Even if you're in a living situation where you're with a bunch of people who aren't great for you, like somewhere in your home, you can build a little quiet space, even if you're going to sit in a closet. You know what I mean? I did that for a while. I had a closet that became my meditation space, and it was beautiful. So, even if it's just a closet, like you can create this sacred space for yourself. Let me read it from the book. Find a spot in your home or office that you can access easily. Create a sacred spot just for you. This will be a place for you alone. If space is at a premium, then a shelf or a corner will do. Put here only those items that hold significant meaning to you and touch you on a deep personal level. So basically it's like creating an altar for yourself. And so, I would look into altar creation too, and that might help. Altars can be great places to set intentions. And so if you would like the intention of, maybe you don't even know how you could move, but you want to move. And so, you could set an intention of help me move and put it on your altar with an offering for your guides or for anybody and, that kind of thing. But let me keep reading here. Examples are photos of loved ones, rocks, feathers, shells. Place a candle, even if it cannot be lit. This signifies the element of fire and represents the flame of Creator's love for you, the fire of creation or purification. Perhaps fire means something entirely different to you. Use this base to go to daily, even if it's just for a few moments, to ground and calm yourself. Working this into your daily routine will bring you to a place of greater understanding. Yeah. So I think that can help you too of, grounding yourself. It talked about that, and calming yourself. Some form of meditation might actually really help you in this. But really connecting into your heart and connecting into yourself here, and connecting into your own power again. You have that ability to do that. And like I said, if you need to reach out to anybody, there are resources out there for you. So just keep that in mind. I do have private readings. They're available on my website. You can find that at junodrome.com. I hope that this gave you at least a little bit of clarity. And feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of it either way. I love hearing from everybody. And we're going to be doing a giveaway on this channel when we reach 1,000 subscribers. We're in the 800s right now, so please subscribe to the channel, and that really helps me out. And yeah, anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you are doing okay. Pile number 3 or 4, I really do hope that you're doing okay. Catch you later. Hi there, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be your reading for what is the answer to your yes or no question. You chose this great piece of obsidian, raw obsidian I collected in Oregon. We're going to ask 3 different yeses and nos, and then we'll get yes, no, or maybe and read the cards. So first, to triangulate the pendulum, I just need to ask it some questions I already know the answer to. First up, pendulum. Is there a rooster next to me? Yes, there is. It is a Swedish rooster, painted. It's great. Is there a pyramid in the painting in front of me? Yes, indeed there is. Okay, am I wearing shoes right now? No, I am not. Correct, pendulum. Okay, that's enough. Finally, what's the answer to pile number 5's question? Yeah, it moved back into a yes. So the pendulum says yes. Let's take a look. The die, even is yes, odd is no. Okay, you got a 1. So you do have 1 yes, 1 no. Let's see if it is a maybe or a maybe yes or a maybe no. Heads is yes, tails is no. You got a heads. Okay, so this is a maybe yes. It is a maybe leaning yes. I feel a yes energy, but I guess they just don't want to give you a 100% on this, which is, that's fine. Whether you want a yes or no, there's still a chance for it to be a no. So if you wanted no, you could make no happen, but it might take some work. Otherwise, all things as they are, the direction that is most logical, most likely at this point is yes, but with a maybe. Let's take a look at the cards. First up, we have a card from the Smith-Waite deck, and it is the King of Cups. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling some like deep happiness energy coming from you. So whatever you're asking about, there's some really great tidings here. I feel like this is representing you. I feel like you are the King of Cups here. So you're being represented, whether you're male or female. It's just, it's the feminine aspect of the masculine aspect. So, like, it's very gender neutral. I feel like the King of Cups is a very gender neutral card. But he, you're being represented as him here. I'm just being drawn to the fish around his neck. So, like, fish being good luck symbols. I'm feeling that. Oh, interesting. You got another fish here. So, Pisces, there's 2 fish. So I got some Pisces energy here. I don't know if that means anything to you. But it's, very watery, because the cups are about the water. So water signs, I am feeling Pisces energy in this. So you're being represented as someone who's deeply creative. You might be a creative person. You might be asking about a creative project or creative venture. But it's a level of optimism and love. He's the most compassionate of all the masculine cards in this entire deck. So he's very loving, very nurturing, a motherly male figure. That's what he is, which is great. It's a very beautiful, almost androgynous balance of the feminine and the masculine, which I identify very much as. So I feel that energy here, regardless of your gender or how you identify. This isn't about that. It's more about the larger masculine and feminine archetypes that we all embody parts of, no matter who you are on this planet. I don't know why. I'm looking at his feet. His feet are scaled, scaly feet. Fish foot? Fish feet. I don't know. Does that mean something to you? I'm feeling that. What does that mean? Scaly feet. That's making me think of reptiles who climb up walls. So, you know, like maybe whatever you're asking about, maybe the maybe's coming in where it's like, it is leaning in a yes direction, but you need more information, right? Like the gecko walking up the wall to look at the perspective from the ceiling. That is very roundabout, but I feel that, you know, or the ship, you know, the ship's out at sea. Maybe you need to go out, far out. You know, it's like the ship is far away on the horizon, so you need to get closer to that. You need to go out to the sea to see the situation. You need to look at it from a larger perspective. Let's keep looking at the cards. Ooh, okay, interesting. This is the Eight of Swords, which is the victory card. So, you know, you're definitely going to be victorious in whatever you're asking about. Like, victory's on your side. There's this beautiful, hopeful optimism that's just flooding into this reading. I feel that above all other emotions. There's this beautiful, wonderful, happy optimism spirit here for you in this reading, which is so nice. Oh, I love this energy. This is going to be such a blessing to end on this. So thank you, pile number 5. What a blessing to end on this energy. I get to leave the room with this energy, which is great. But anyway, like, you know, you might be in a period of stagnation here, but you're opening up to this happiness. You know, this is the thing about the Eight of Swords. Well, interesting. Huh. You know, this Eight of Swords is not the victory card, but I feel the victory. I feel that. What is that? That's the Six of Wands. But it feels like the Six of Wands for me. That's interesting. Well, okay, so maybe you've been stuck. You know, the Eight of Wands is the stuck card. But the thing about it is, like, you're going to be victorious out of the situation. You're going to come out of it. Any situation where you've been feeling stuck, right? In this deck in particular, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot, it's depicted as a chrysalis, right? So in order to become a butterfly, the caterpillar must form a chrysalis, and then it like totally and completely dissolves, and then a butterfly is formed out of the cellular goop that exists on the inside, which is pretty crazy. But then, even though the caterpillar completely dissolves and becomes this butterfly, it still has all of its memories from being caterpillar, which is also crazy. So, like, you know, that's insane. But so you know, you might have been in a holding pattern here, but you're about to hatch, and this energy that's coming in, the energy that's flooding into your life right now, is this beautiful creative optimism. So maybe you were in like a writer's block. Maybe you've been feeling kind of writer's block in whatever your area is, you know, like leave it to whatever, you know, if you're an artistic creative person, maybe you just were feeling like you weren't inspired. That inspiration is about to come to you. For whatever reason, this holding back, holding off, holding period was intended to give you a moment to transform. Next up, you have a card from the Universal Weight deck, and it is the Six of Pentacles, which is all about this balance card. So like maybe you needed to take a break out of stuff to balance yourself out, you know, and this talks about, you know, striking up a balance of give and a take. It can also be asking for help. So, you know, maybe in order to really spur on this momentum to move you forward, you know, remember this is a maybe leaning yes. So you're in a yes direction. It's coming for you. But, you know, maybe some of that maybiness is coming in to say, well, you know, it might take a little bit of work to make that yes happen. Like, and so maybe that work is asking for an outside opinion, asking for advice, asking for help when you need it. Or, you know, maybe offering yourself up to help other people might bring you into a better awareness of how to move forward. Final tarot card comes from the 1JJ Swiss deck, and it is the 8 of Cups. Okay, so moving on. Wow, interesting. So this is a real story here. There is something that you need to move away from, and I think that's going to happen. But maybe that's where this is a chain of events that's occurring. No, I think this is in order. You are the King of Cups, first of all. This is you. This is your actions moving forward. Interesting. So you are, this very compassionate, very loving, very nurturing force, very creative force. And you're feeling kind of stuck right now. But in order to unstuck yourself, you got to come back into balance with yourself. Maybe walk away from certain people, but then as you move into balance, you'll start to realize that actually with that moving on card, the 8 of Cups is like moving on, moving out. You'll realize that it really is time for you to move away from certain relationships, certain things, certain people, certain stuff that just does not work for you anymore. And that's okay. And then that's what's really going to help you move forward. Final card comes from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. I'm going to read directly from the book from this, but Inner Journey. Yes. Interesting. I was just kind of talking about this, like step away from other people and go inside in order to see the way forward. So you'll feel less stuck because you'll start to go in and say, okay, well, why am I stuck? Okay, well, what do I need to work through? Excuse me. Ooh, some throat chakra stuff. So maybe, maybe you're not speaking your truth enough. Maybe you need to speak up and speak your opinion and put yourself out there more. But let's read about this inner journey. Not all who wander are lost. At times, we are so consumed with our own personal journey that we project our journey onto another. Every soul arrives on this planet with lessons to learn and a life to live. For many souls that are out there, there are many different journeys. Do not judge another's journey. Always respect where another person is on their path. Meet everyone you come in contact with where they are on their path. Do not insist they come to you where you are. By doing this, you will not only expose those around you to your healing vibration, but you will offer them acceptance without judgment. This is a great gift to both give and receive. Not all who wander are lost. So yeah, maybe it is time to do a little bit of wandering, right? Maybe that will help you. Maybe you feel like you needed to have a specific direction to go in, and that's where this writer's block is coming from. Remember, I was feeling that writer's block. Maybe this is actually an opportunity for you to just see what comes out creatively. Have one of those moments where you don't have an idea of where you're going. You have no idea where you're going. What is that? Where you just put a pen on paper and write whatever comes out. Try doing that kind of thing, write literally anything, whatever it is, doesn't matter, start experimenting, start doing that kind of thing. And maybe that will help you move in a new direction. Anyway, pile number 5, that was my reading for you. I'm going to cut it out there. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do love hearing from everybody. Yeah, if you would like a private reading with me, I can get way more in depth about your situation. You can find that on my website at junodrome.com. And we're going to be giving some giveaways coming up here on when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to do that too. We're in the 800s right now, so we're getting closer. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. See ya.